whose names have been received for participation in the discussion. Dr. Sasmit Patra.
Thank you, Honorable Vice Chairperson, ma'am. Uh, it is a bill which is extremely crucial and important to the state of Odisha. And since it's important to the state of Odisha, I come from the state of Odisha. We have 480 kilometers of coastline. And at the opening, I would like to thank the Honorable Minister for bringing such a wonderful bill. And I and my party, the Biju Janata Dal, and our leader, Honorable Chief Minister Shri Naveen Patnaik ji, we support this bill. It is a good bill and needs to have come. Honorable Vice Chairperson, ma'am, there are 2 or 3 issues I'd like to raise at this point of time, 2 or 3 matters rather. We have talked about the green revolution that has taken place in our country. We have talked about the white revolution that has taken place in our country. And today we are at the cusp of the blue revolution because of the blue economy that has been brought in by the Honorable Minister and this government. I equivocally support this move that has been brought about it. There are 2 specific areas. One is Odisha. The state of Odisha has a 480-kilometer coastline. There are immense opportunities that are there. I would really like to take this opportunity. Rupala ji is a very sensitive, is a very considerate and a compassionate minister. I'm sure he'll consider this request to set up a research facility in the state of Odisha, which will primarily research not only on the species, but also to ensure that those specific features that have been brought in research and development, and how to ensure that pathogens and other such diseases are kept away, and how to ensure through research and development that proper protocols are set in terms of ensuring that aquaculture can be taken place, will be there. I can tell you on behalf of our government in Odisha, we will provide you all support. But considering that Odisha today is doing so well in aquaculture, it would be a wonderful approach to have a research center there which would work on these areas. Second, the lake, Chilika Lake. We all know it's the largest brackish lake, and Chilika Lake has a huge biodiversity and is a prime area for aquaculture. Especially shrimp farming is something that has been done over a period of time. It needs to be more strengthened, needs to be more structured. And I'm sure the Honorable Minister, who is so kind, and recently he was in Bhubaneswar, he held meetings, and I'm sure that he will take it forward along with Honorable Minister MOS. I know my honorable colleagues are quite, impatient to actually end it. I'll just talk about 2 or 3 points. One, a wonderful thing that the bill is talking about is the aquaculture input. Now, in the aquaculture input, they are talking about specifying growth supplements, environment remediators, and disinfectants. Usually, ma'am, aquaculture inputs are the cause for poisoning in aquaculture. And therefore, it is critical and most important that the protocols should be set by the ministry and taken down to the farmers on the ground so that appropriate growth supplement, remediators, and disinfectants can be taken care of. Second, a wonderful thing is being done in terms of aqua mapping. I think aqua mapping is a wonderful thing where geospatial coastal area distribution and maps providing potential and coastal aquaculture is coming up. I think this is the first time in the country and will be a landmark where specific areas will be identified. I would request the Honorable Minister to share it with the states like Odisha, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, so that we can also share with the entrepreneurs and the startups in the coastal areas to look at how they can do maximum potential in doing so. Honorable Sir, there has been a biosecured facility that has been actually introduced now in this specific bill, which talks about adopting such biosecurity measures for ensuring freedom from disease-causing pathogens. Many a times this stays within the confines of research and development. I would urge the Honorable Minister to integrate this entire research and development with the agricultural universities. Many agricultural universities like in Odisha, which is the Odisha University of Agriculture and Technology, it does a lot of extension work among the farmers in the aquaculture area as well. So I would urge that if they could also integrate it and do extension activities, would be really nice. I would come to biosecurity, and in biosecurity, I would say that they have talked about a very good initiative, which is to manage and prevent the risk of introduction of spread of harmful organisms including viruses and bacteria, within coastal aquaculture unit. This would be my last point, sir, and I'll close with this. Sir, I have seen personally on the coastline of Odisha many entrepreneurs who are doing extremely well, and they've got a good harvest, and suddenly such bacteria and viruses come in. It not only destroys the harvest, it destroys the entire business. And they can never recoup from that business that they have. So therefore, some kind of a remedial measure, whether it's a credit link facility, whether it's a reassurance or reinsurance model, some form has to be provided, because today when we're talking about Make in India and Startup India, we have to realize innovation and startups need some support. So if in a harvest season, suddenly there is a poisoning or some kind of a pathogen walks in, it destroys the entire flock, and thereby the entire industry goes into a collapse. So for that, I think we have to, it's not only limited to animal husbandry and fisheries, it's a larger perspective, but I'm sure Honorable Minister, with his wisdom, with his wide experience, will be able to find a measure by which he'll be able to undertake this. With these words, on behalf of Biju Janata Dal and our leader, Honorable Chief Minister, we wholeheartedly support the bill. Thank you.
धन्यवाद श्री मस्तान राव बिडा जी।